All right, so we've gone over the package export and PDF setup. What I'm going to do next is I want to make sure that I get this ready for submission. So I have a couple of guides on zip compression in our project setup, but in our project course guide. But if you right-click, at least on Mac, I can choose compress. On PC, you should be able to send this to a compressed zip folder. I'm going to compress my packaged file with the PDF that I set up for output. And this is what you are going to end up submitting to Learn at Stout. So I ask you to compress it first, just so you have a backup to go to in case you make a mistake on this next step. So make sure you compress it. You need to give me a zip compressed file so I get all the files in one self-contained document on Learn at Stout for submission. So what I'll do next is we're then going to use this template, this packaged file, as the source for our Duotone project. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste or duplicate this folder. So I'm going to run a Command or Control C to copy, Command or Control V to paste, and make a copy of this project. What I'm going to do then is change some things. So this is going to basically become, again, what I use as my template for my duotone. So I'm going to go in and change the end of this to duotone. Boom. I'm going to go in and I'm also going to change everything else just for organization's sake on this. First off, I'm not going to need this color PDF because I'm going to have you give me a duotone one. So I'll delete that. I'm going to change this source file. I'm going to add a duotone after it so I know it's duotone. I'm going to go in and change the links for this project as well and add the word duotone after each of them. So every link that you will have will now have duotone on it. So after this point, what I'll need to do is open this project and correct all the links that I'm working with so I'm pointing to the new project. So let me double click and open it up. I'm going to close my last project just so I don't accidentally mess it up. And what I'm going to do is if I take a look at this now, it looks exactly the same. But again, the point is eventually we're going to transfer and change all the colors and alter everything on this. So when I go to edit the link that I set up, I don't want to accidentally edit my old link. So if I'll go into my links and take a look at this as an example and hover over so you can read the thumbnail. If you look at my file path, it goes all the way through my folder that I set up, but it's seeking my color folder. So if you look at the tooltip, kind of fourth line down, it says color. Yeah, it's linking to my other folder. I need to link this to the folder that I just changed everything with. So what I'm going to do is go do that for each of these. I'll take this one and I'm going to check the link to change the link on it. Pop that up. And I should get a dialog box that says, oh, all right, well, what link do you really want this to go to? So I'm going to go into my package project for delivery, pick out my duotone, look at those duotone links that I just named, and I'm going to select them appropriately. So now my link should be to my duotone folder, and it is. You can see it in the file name and the tooltip. I'll do the same thing with my house link. Go to my duotone house, select it. Now, the important part here is that now when we make changes to those files that are in the duotone folder, they're going to show up here. If we don't do that, we'd be changing our color folder files. We don't want to affect our other work that we used to build our template. So just as an example, let me go back. Here is the link that I just relinked to my new copy of the InDesign file. I'll open up Scary House as an example. And I want to go ahead and throw an adjustment layer on this. And there we go. We'll make this. Wow, that's funky. Let's just make that real funky. Close this out. It's like the Grateful Dead or something here. Anyway, I'll run a file save. Okay. I'm going to jump over to my freshly linked project. And oh no, Nothing happened. Well, that's because the link wants to update. So let me just double click that link. All right, there we are, super psychedelic house. So it's all changed. All right, so that said, we made sure our connection's there, and I should have the same thing with my creepy doll and everything, but we need to get this toned. So what we're going to do is in the next video, I'm going to go through working with duotoning for the photo to start, and then we'll move on to toning all the rest of our project.